Hello and welcome. I'm Jessa Zinn. I'm the founder of the Zinn method, and I'm so glad you're here. Today we're talking about what do you do when you've been stretching your back because your back is hurting and you're not getting any results. And so it's not to say that stretching is bad, not at all. It's just that if we keep doing the same thing, expecting a different result, we want to rethink that as a strategy, as a plan. So if my back is chronically tight and I keep stretching it and I don't get any change, I don't see any results, it's time to look elsewhere. So in the Zinn method, we're always trying to pull the lens back and figure out what is causing the pattern that is supporting the pain. So I look through the lens of fascia. I'm a fascia expert, and I'm always looking at how is the body adapting to gravity, how is our structure, is our fascia holding patterns that might be contributing to our pain points. So because fascia is continuous and seamless, it operates like material in the body. If I have my shirt tucked in too tightly at the waist, I don't feel it pull here. I feel it pull across the body up into my collar, right? But I don't yank at the collar to resolve the problem. Rather, I untuck the shirt, I reorganize the material, and lo and behold, I don't feel restriction or pull in that shoulder any longer. But in our body, we feel pain, we feel tightness, we feel restriction, and our brain screams, go to that place to find relief. Sometimes it works because sometimes it's a local issue. But if it doesn't work, we need strategies to figure out what to do next. So if you have had low back pain and you've been stretching and you haven't found any relief, this is for you. I want you to have two tools today. A half deflated Pilates ball. This is a 9-inch Pilates ball that I've half deflated, and a foam roller. So we'll start with some diaphragmatic opening and breathing, because if our diaphragm is tight, our diaphragm is the big muscle of the breath. And in a healthy moving diaphragm, it descends on the inhalation, and that creates intra-abdominal pressure that acts as buoyancy internally that supports our low back. If we have a tight diaphragm, if we have tight hip flexors, specifically psoas and iliacus, we are contributing to tightness in the low back. So today we're going to do two releases, one that focuses on opening up the diaphragm and one that focuses on opening up the hip flexor compartment. And we'll see what that can do for our low back. So grab your Pilates ball, come and lie down. Place your Pilates ball. So here's, find your ribs. Find the margin of your ribs, right where the bony landmarks come up against the tissues. Place the ball right into that section. Good. This is where the half deflation really matters, because if it's really dense and full, the Pilates ball, you're going to feel a little too much pressure into the region. Stack your fists, bring your forehead down. You can bring your forehead all the way onto the floor. I'm going to lift my head so that you can hear me, but I want you releasing. And now breathe. As you breathe, as you inhale, I want you to press against the ball. And as you exhale, I want you to receive the shape, the density of the ball into that region. Good. And it's intense. So let yourself get a little quiet here. It has, when we're working in the abdominal area, it has a different quality. We're really directly impacting the nervous system. So I want you to just have that respect, have that spaciousness, have that softness and gentleness around this. So inhaling, pressing into the ball, and exhaling, receiving the shape, the density of the ball. And again. Keep going. And seeing, sensing into what's happening in your back body. Most people are surprised when they do this for the first time to feel how much innervation they feel in the back body, how much sensation they feel across the thoracolumbar area, the low back fascia. And now gently begin to rock back and forth. Hip point to hip point. Keep releasing onto the ball. Keep receiving the ball into the tissues. And then rock to the right, stay there, and breathe. Can you feel the low back expand? Really use this as a proprioceptive tool, so you can sense as you breathe into the ball, really use that as a means of bringing awareness to your back body and expanding into your rib cage with the inhalation. Two more. Quiet work. And then rock to the left hip point and do the same thing here. Sensing into the back body. Expanding the ribs as you inhale. Good morning. I see all the waves. I'm so glad you guys are here. Always feel that you can DM me with your questions. I love the challenge. I love the opportunity to educate. Keep expanding three-dimensionally. I didn't say this, but maybe I should have. This is best done before you've eaten and after you've gone to the bathroom. Good. And release. Come off of the ball. Come lie on your back. And just sense the awareness that you've built. Feel how those back ribs, those lower ribs have more release into the floor here. Take your feet a little wider than hips and just windshield wiper the legs. So we connect that material, the front body to the back body. Back and forth. We start to understand this idea that things are connected, that the intensity that we feel in a specific spot relates back to a whole ecosystem, right? A whole patterning of movement back and forth. And now place the left ankle over the right knee into figure 4 and just bring that left knee onto the floor. So you drop to the left. Lift the right hip point up. And again, we're connecting those big fascial sheaths. I see more people arriving. Good morning. And then come back up. Change sides, please. The right ankle over left. Good, and bring everything over to the right. lifting that left hip point up. Again, connecting back body to front body, feeling the openness in those left hip flexors. Good. And release. Grab your foam roller. All in service of opening up the low back. We open up the front body. So extend that left leg. Place the foam roller underneath the butt, not the low back, underneath the butt. And just bring that front body into extension, into stretch here. And breathe. Good. If you feel any pinching in the low back, you're just a little bit too high. So come onto a lower surface. It doesn't have to be a foam roller. It can be books. It can be a yoga block. But I want you to feel that openness in that front body. And now point and flex the toes of the leg that's extended. In this case, the left leg. Excellent. Good. And release. Bring that left leg in. Extend now the right leg. And as we're doing this, we take note of which side feels tighter, which side is easier to move, which side has more restriction, compression, sensation. And one of the important factors of working with fascia, and one of the important things we emphasize in the Zinn method, is learning how to differentiate sensation so that we don't have just one idea of something hurting, but we get to understand a vocabulary around discomfort, a vocabulary around pain, so that we can distinguish what it is we're feeling and build what I call body literacy. Point and flex the foot here. Because when we have more sensation and more discernment to work with, we can make smarter choices. We can make nuanced choices and gain agency and understanding and the ability to listen to our bodies differently, deeper, and dare I say better. And release. Bring that right foot in. Bring your feet together. Come open up into Supta Baddha Konasana, goddess pose. Opening up that inner line. Welcome, more people. Good morning. Good. And gently bring the legs in. Press into the feet. And stabilizing with an activation, pull your heels isometrically towards you. Feel that posterior chain, the hamstrings engage. And now squeeze the buttocks as you lift into a glute bridge. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Stay here. 2 more breaths. Press into the feet. And release. Move the foam roller out of the way. Coming up to sit. Thank you so much for joining me today. And if you're interested in more releases like this, if you want deeper understanding, you're always welcome to join the Zinn method. Please DM me with any questions. I'm happy to answer. Have a great day. See you soon.